300 men stood against an empire, outnumbered hundreds to one, surrounded, doomed. For 3 days they held their ground, facing the most powerful army the world had ever seen. They were warriors from Sparta, led by a king named Leonidas. And though their story became legend, what we remember isn't the whole truth. Because the real Battle of Thermopylae wasn't about victory. It was about something far more dangerous. The year was 480 BC. The Persian Empire, ruled by King Xerxes, stretched from India to Egypt, a superpower built on fear and conquest. To the west lay Greece, a collection of small independent city-states, Athens, Thebes, Corinth, and Sparta. They shared language and gods, but little else. 10 years earlier, the Persians had been humiliated at Marathon. Now, Xerxes sought revenge. He gathered an army. Xerxes had to pass through one narrow gateway, a place where mountains met the sea. The Greeks called it Thermopylae, the Hot Gates. That's where King Leonidas would make his stand. The Spartans weren't the only ones who came to fight. Leonidas led about 7,000 Greeks from across the land, a coalition of men who'd never fought side by side. But there was a problem. Sparta's religious festival, the Carneia, forbade sending its full army. So Leonidas chose just 300 Spartans, each one a father, so their bloodline would survive even if they didn't. Thermopylae was no random choice. The pass was so narrow that Xerxes' massive army couldn't surround them. It was the perfect trap, if they could hold it. When the Persians arrived, Xerxes sent a messenger demanding surrender. Leonidas' answer became immortal. Molon Lab, come and take them. The first wave hit. The Persians charged and broke against a wall of shields, wave after wave, crushed. Even the king's elite immortals couldn't break through. For 2 days, the Spartans and their allies held the line. The impossible seemed possible, until it wasn't. A local Greek, Ephialtes, seeking reward, revealed a secret path through the mountains. That night, Persian soldiers crept through the dark, emerging behind the Spartan lines. At dawn, Leonidas learned the truth. They were surrounded. He made a decision that would turn defeat into legend. He dismissed most of the Greek army, ordering them to escape and fight another day. He stayed with his 300 Spartans and a few hundred Thespians and Thebans who refused to leave. They knew they would die, and they fought anyway. The final battle began under a blood-red sun. Spartans fought until their spears shattered, then their swords, then their bare hands. They fought for each other, for their city, for freedom itself. Leonidas fell. His men formed a ring around his body, refusing to retreat. Arrows rained down until silence fell across the hot gates. The Persians had won the pass, but at a cost that would haunt them forever. Word of the Spartan sacrifice swept through Greece. Their courage united cities that had long been divided. A year later, at Salamis, the Greek navy destroyed Xerxes' fleet. Months later, at Plataea, his army was crushed. The invasion failed. Thermopylae was a defeat, but it became the reason Greece survived. The 300 Spartans didn't fight to win. They fought to show the world that freedom was worth dying for.